You're wearing a 12 to 13-year-old's top.
Probably. Small boys.
I got the full kit.
It might fit you, Bill.
Oh! You should have worn the full kit. The other day when we were at, outside England, some little kid, it's on the video, it's so funny, just touching on the Wales thing, some little kid I went, so who do you think is going to win? Can England win the Euros? And he went, yeah. And I went, who do you think is going to be, who do you think is going to stop us, if anyone? And he went, France or Argentina. And I went, Argentina aren't in it. And he went, oh, well, that's good then. As opposed to being,
You're not qualified.
yeah, as opposed to being like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. He was just sort of like, oh, well great news.
Hello everyone. Hello, welcome back to another episode 5, episode 4 for me.
Yes,
after shirking it last week.
How
is everyone doing? Everyone good? Everyone well?
All
Very
good,
well.
mate.
Very
All
well,
good. How are
Bill.
you?
I'm very good.
Holiday?
Yes,
You're very
really
bright.
nice. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, really good holiday. Yeah, with the wife and the 3 kids. So it wasn't exactly much of a break, but it was. It wasn't
handful.
Had a handsful is a nice way to put it. No, really good to be back. Didn't miss much football as well, which is good, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing on at the moment, really, is there?
No.
Champions League final.
Perfect timing,
Where
right?
did you watch it?
Right, so
Playoff
this is
final, by the way?
play. Well, yeah.
I haven't spoke to you about that. Where did you watch that?
Watched it in a bar in Menorca.
Was it busy?
It wasn't too busy. The annoying thing was it was actually quite quiet. There was no Southampton fans. There was a few Leeds fans.
Right.
But the annoying thing was there was a guy, an old guy, English guy, in a Norwich City shirt, just cheering Southampton on. When Adam Armstrong scored, he was just cheering in the van. I was like, I'll just off, mate.
That's a very salty humour.
It really was. Like, just because we beat you in the semis, like, you'd have to, like, come and just,
That's
like...
the exact reason he's
Yeah.
done it.
Sounds like he had you rattled though.
He did. Like, before the game, I thought, whatever, a bit sorry for you. And then after, when we were losing, clearly not going to win, I was getting more irate with this Norwich fan. It was about 80. So I watched that there. And then Champions League final, I watched in the house we were staying in. So I got to see both. I preferred the Champions League final,
Yeah,
I think. If I'm honest.
all-
But yeah, I don't want to
we all
rehash.
do.
I know you talked about it last week, boys. I don't want to rehash. But yeah, no, good to be back. Good to be back for episode 5. Raring to go. Loads to talk about. Has anyone? I suppose it's kind of Euro fever. I suppose it's kind of getting built up at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we're 1 week away. The 7-day countdown. Oh no, we're not. We're 9 days away. It's 1 week on Friday, isn't it? It's
1
when
week
the
on
first
Friday.
game is. I'm thinking of when we go. That's why. We go a week today, don't we? So it's 9 days away from the opening game, which is Germany-Serbia. Germany-Scotland.
I'll tell you something. I fear for Scotland here.
Do you think
Do
they
ya?
could get annihilated?
Oh, I fear for Scotland.
I think-
They laboured against Gibraltar.
Who
I
did
think
Germany draw
could
with?
easily win the thing. I can't.
Germany have
I
just been
think-
held 0-0 last night against
Ukraine?
Friendlies
Ukraine,
don't
yeah.
they, do they?
Well, still.
It's a friendly, mate.
Bill's just said Scotland laboured against
Yeah, well,
Gibraltar.
they haven't got Lyndon Dykes either, have they, Scotland?
Dykes is out.
He's, so that's a misframe.
Look, I will say Germany have been in the wilderness for at least a decade, I'd say. I
Yeah.
think this, like Tom said, I think this could be the tournament
Dark
where
horses.
they come back a little bit.
Everyone in that squad has had an unbelievable season.
They
It's
are,
full of
yeah.
Leverkusen, Dortmund, Madrid
It's
players
in Germany,
all
isn't it?
over the shop.
It's weird to describe Germany as dark horses.
I know, in their own tournament as
Yeah.
well.
They're
In their own
just-
tournament, yeah.
They've been dominant for they were dominant for a little bit, weren't they? And then now they've, like you say, fallen off a cliff a little bit. But they're coming back through with a strong team, a tournament in their own country. It'll be absolute chaos over in Germany. I'm really looking forward.
Are you
to
excited
it.
to go?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be.
I think Scotland on the opening day of a tournament is fantastic.
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah.
Absolutely
It's amazing.
fantastic.
The atmosphere at the ground will be unbelievable. It's at the Allianz, isn't it? It is at the Allianz. So what a place to have the opening game as well. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Euro fever's great. I love international football. I would. This is a good question. I would rather England win the World Cup than Leeds win the Premier League.
You see, I would not.
I know. Yeah. See, but that I don't know.
I love international football. Shrewsbury win the Premier League.
I mean, that's never going to happen in my life.
That's very
Shrewsbury win League One.
No, I am
Shrewsbury stay up.
brilliant. To be fair, I am with you. I think if England won the World Cup, just
I mean, imagine the nation.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
And I think the World Cup is obviously it's more prestigious than the Euros. It'd be great to win the Euros this year, but
it's a different level, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a different level.
It is completely. And I was saying to Caden on the way back from when we were at St James's Park the other night for England versus Bosnia, if I ever played for my country, I'd just cry my eyes out because that'd be the proudest moment of my life. I would again so much rather play and represent my country than play 100 caps for Leeds or something like that. Which is,
I'd rather play at Ellen Road.
Exactly. Which is, loads of my friends are like.
I'd rather play at Ellen Road.
Would you?
Done that already,
Because
though,
you might get that one cap like Bamford in a friendly against someone. I don't fancy that.
I know, but
no, but Bamford can go to his grave saying he's an England international.
Yeah, but he could also say played in the Premier League under Bielsa.
Yeah,
I'd rather do that.
Yeah, I mean he's ticked both boxes, but I just think for me, a country over club every single day of the week, which is probably not a popular opinion. I would say a lot of people are.
Not if you're a proper club football fan, but for you, who's kind of like a fair weather fan, I think
exactly,
it's probably.
Yeah.
I've got some notes from last week.
Here we go.
We'll get into this first of all. A lot of them concern Jack. I'll be honest from the start. I was going to start with this. This is one that I was shocked.
I know one that's going.
I was shocked. How can any football fan choose Sergio Busquets over Xavi or Iniesta? I don't want to have a big laboured point on this one. I get the fact you're saying they've got to come as a two, but so maybe you left them both. I understand that kind of logic, but if you're looking at Xavi, Iniesta, and Sergio Busquets as footballers, Sergio Busquets is comfortably in third in that list for me. Comfortably. But anyway, look, I'm just going to shout through these names.
Okay, common sense.
There's no reply here. I've got a few notes here. No replies. I've got a few notes here. I've heard a lot of people do their best 11s of certain stuff, and we're doing our 11 for the England squad today. But Ash's midfield of Xavi, Iniesta, Zidane and Ronaldinho might be the greatest midfield I have ever heard in my entire life. That's given me a whole new perspective on football.
I only got one. They only put one in. Zidane didn't go in. Ronaldinho didn't go in. Xavi didn't go in.
The way that we did it though was on who said the
way
the most.
The way that we did it was wrong.
It was the votes. Listen,
so I just wanted to say that was an unbelievable midfield. Unbelievable. Also, another thing I've got on my notes. Why did it take you over 10 minutes to realise I wasn't here? That's another thing that I wanted to kind of bring up.
The worst part is the worst
Thanks
part
for that.
is when we did the bit before where Caden forgot to put the.
Just didn't get mentioned at all.
We didn't even mention
it all.
No. We just cracked straight on.
Great, I love that. So yeah, that was point one.
And when I said it, I was like, oh my God, what's happened?
And then I've got one more, and that is Raul should definitely be in a Champions League all-time 11. He was the top scorer for over a decade, like before. Yeah, anyway, they were my notes from last week.
Great notes.
Good to be back.
Great notes. Good to have you back.
The youngsters aren't outnumbered now.
The youngsters prevailed.
The youngsters who put Seedorf in their team.
It was nice to have a week of it.
Garnacho getting in your all-time. Mainu.
God,
there's a shout for it.
Shall we kick off with obviously the only football this week, really, which is the Champions League. Real Madrid winning again at Wembley. Do you see the streaker? Well, not the streaker. Well, it was just a pitch invasion.
See why he did it?
He got paid, didn't he?
Yeah, a Russian YouTuber said.
Oh, that's so. I'd rather it was a stop oil thing.
Well, listen. Yeah, but listen. listen. A Russian YouTuber said to him, put on a stream. He said, if anyone runs onto the Champions League final pitch, I'll give you €300,000.
With his branding on the back
and
of the
he did
shirt.
it.
Two did it. Two
people did it.
Apparently.
So and he gave him the money apparently.
Wow.
So at the same time, fair play to
Forget the oil.
Yeah. Screw the oil. 300k in your back pocket. Thanks for coming.
Is that why they did it?
That's why they did it.
The security was.
It's hard to do it at Wembley.
The security was like Leeds United's defence on that the previous week.
What's the song called where it goes? Benny Hill. Yeah, that's if you put that over the top of that, it is suited perfectly because the stewards were terrible.
They always are.
Wembley's not come across very well, hasn't it, in the last few big matches? Obviously, the FA Cup and the playoffs are fine, but the Euros and
they did. The Netflix have done a documentary on the final at Wembley in the Euros or whenever it was about them. You remember when everyone was running through the barricades?
Yeah.
Which is just mental that they've done a documentary on it. I reckon what they actually wanted to do was do a documentary on England winning it, and then
they've just turned it
into that because they've got loads of footage for it, and just thought we need to make something.
Well, do you reckon that the Sunderland documentary when they had the double relegation?
Yeah,
they were obviously doing it as a promotion one back from the Championship. Do you reckon at some point, by Christmas, they're going, this could be gold. This absolutely
if
go down again.
It's so at least what you want in something like that is you either want a really good season or a terrible season.
Yeah, you don't want a 12th place finish, do you?
Yeah, just like Shrewsbury Town would
I'd
never
take
get
it.
that.
I'd take it.
That.
Yeah.
That's a really good season.
It is.
Yeah.
Like the Wrexham guys are loving this, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Promotion after promotion after
Absolutely.
promotion.
But yeah, the Champions League, Real Madrid dominant.
Can we give a bit of
second half?
bit of applause for Dortmund first half? I thought
Yeah,
they were-
yeah.
Yeah, no, they should have.
They were good all
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
through
they
the
were.
game, to be
They were.
fair.
They
good,
should
yeah.
have
But they
killed
should
them
have
off by
wrapped
half
it up.
time.
They
shouldn't
should have done.
They should
I
have
was
wrapped
watching it with Natalie, my wife, and she obviously just kind of shouting things while she's in the room. But I said to her after the halftime, went, Dortmund, they're going to pay. They're going to pay for these missed chances.
I think
This is what
every
Real Madrid
football
do.
fan said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Every football fan
Yeah.
knew Real Madrid were going to do it. after
Yeah.
They
half
always
time.
do.
Yeah, they do.
They were poor.
They were poor.
They were really poor.
Yeah.
But they
didn't
won.
really show. But I mean, yeah.
Quality shines through, doesn't it?
It's crazy, isn't
That's
it?
what the best teams do.
And Jude wasn't great.
Real Madrid.
Bellingham wasn't
No.
great.
Went missing, didn't he? I feel like he misplaced a lot of passes as well.
He missed a sitter as well. Or did he get a deflection? I can't remember if he got,
He got a
deflection.
deflection. Yeah, the really good ball.
It was a good block, yeah. But even still, I remember seeing it and thinking, oh my God.
But you don't remember the performances, do you? You
No,
just
no.
remember
And
the
he got an
trophies?
assist.
He managed to
Don't-
salvage
yeah, and
an
he got an
assist
assist,
as
you're
well.
right, yeah. So you don't remember the performances. All you remember is, yeah, like you say, the trophies and somebody else that's joined Madrid that's going to turn them into the absolute Galacticos.
Imagine winning the
skyrocket them
Champions
into the
League and then
universe.
signing Kylian
Kylian
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Mental.
I remember.
We'll move on to
Do you remember like
Mbappe.
15 years ago they were signing Adebayor on loan?
Yeah.
And you were going, what's going on at
Yeah,
Madrid
yeah.
at the
Well, they
minute?
had Hosselu.
Yeah.
They had Hosselu and everybody was
They've
like,
just,
they've got
they've just signed him
strikers.
permanently.
Have they?
They're signing this week permanently. I think they're going to.
Well, Mbappe's going to wear number 9 as well,
Just
apparently.
a quick thing on the Champions League. It's the last tournament with this old style format now. I call it
yes,
the
it
old
is,
style
yeah.
format. Obviously, we're going to move on to the new exciting one league
Yeah.
for all
More
format.
teams.
I'm up for that.
I'm up for it.
I'm
It needs a
up for it.
shake up. I think we
Yeah,
discussed
I
this,
do
didn't
too.
we?
I agree. I think it'll be good. It'll be hard to get your head round, I think, to begin with.
It will be.
But I think once it's sort of had a couple of seasons at it, I think it might be like you say, a fresh start, something new. And you're right,
Yeah.
it does need shaking up. Everything needs changing a little bit sometimes. It was, especially with the away goals going, I felt like it got a little bit stale. So
I think the Super League as well. I think it's kind of forced their
Yeah.
hand a little bit.
yeah, definitely. But no, it's exciting.
It's going to be strange to have kind of one league where you don't play everyone in that league. That's the only thing I've never seen before in football.
Yeah.
But I think what they're doing is over 8 games. You're going to play some Partizan Belgrade. You're going to play some Barcelonas. You're going to have a bit of a mix. But I don't know how they're doing the fixtures. Are they doing them on seedings where you get some good and some weaker sides, or is it just potluck? Could you just get PSG?
Honestly, I can't. I watched the video when it first came out ages ago, and I just haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
No one's going to know what's going on
they're
until
not.
we get to like game week 1 and
apart
we
from,
kind of
like,
work
people
it
that
out a
have
bit.
done loads of research.
People who do podcasts who've done loads of research.
Probably.
It'll
Yeah.
be good on
I'll
that.
be honest. I'll be honest. We should probably
We
know.
probably should know this.
We'll come back next week and we'll revise.
Yes.
But yeah, it's exciting. It's something that's shaking it up. So I'm looking forward to it and seeing how it goes and pans out. Definitely.
Move on to Mbappe.
Yeah. I mean,
Tom?
For me, he's the best player in the world.
Is it the greatest free
No.
transfer?
Yeah.
Greatest free transfer ever?
Is
Is it free?
Well, he won't be. Will he?
£100 million signing on fee.
Is that what it is?
Other than that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's 150 million, I read.
Oh, well, there you
Oh
go.
my.
But he's taken a pay cut from what he was at.
Oh,
PSG,
that's
good
of him.
which is
That's
always good
really
of him.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
that's
probably
what
gone from
his
what
weekly wage.
15 million to 10 million.
I think it's
Something like
12.8.
Ah, cool.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Cool. What a
But
nice
is
guy.
that obviously it is a free transfer?
Yeah.
Is that
Technically, yeah.
is free? Is that the greatest free transfer ever?
him or was Haaland? Oh no, Haaland was just
No,
on the
it
cheap,
was
wasn't it?
60
Haaland was on
mil.
the cheap.
I've got a few free transfers here.
Go on,
Here we
then.
go.
How convenient.
I'm gonna fire some of the best free transfers
Yeah, go
ever. Lewandowski, Dortmund and Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
Free transfer.
That's up there. Because that was sort of when he was at the prime as well, prime of his power.
2013. Pirlo, AC Milan to Juventus, free transfer.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He
the
was
back end.
always good. The
Yeah.
way he played, wasn't he?
I've got a Premier League one here. James Milner, Man City to Liverpool, free transfer.
Are you putting that close to Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid?
I've just got some free transfers here. Paul Pogba, Man United to Juventus because they sold him back for 80 million.
That was not a good transfer.
No, he was good for Juventus.
Yeah, for
That
Juventus.
first-
He's on
as
about
in-
when he went
as
to
in
Juventus,
for-
not
Oh,
from
the
Juventus.
first
Yeah,
time.
Man United
Oh,
took free
right,
transfer.
fair enough. I thought you meant this time.
No.
Sol Campbell, Spurs to Arsenal.
Yeah, was that free?
Free.
Wow.
Yeah. it
I
was.
mean, I remember it
that.
happening.
I remember that. Yeah.
When he did the interview saying he was staying, and then was it like 2 days later he said he was announced as an Arsenal player.
I've got a couple more. I've got McManaman, Liverpool to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Heinrich Larsson, Celtic to Barcelona.
Wow. Yeah.
That was a good
He was
one.
good at Celtic as well.
Luis Enrique, Real Madrid to Barcelona, free transfer.
Wow.
Was Luis Figo free?
Fee? No, I don't think he was free. I think there was a fee involved.
Was it a release clause?
I think there was a fee involved.
Yeah.
You know all about Figo. So.
Oh, yeah, but I watched it a while ago.
And then last one, your mate, CAFU, Roma to AC Milan was a
free
free
that?
transfer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that. The
and then-
transfers used to be so much better, didn't they? Now,
Well, the
now
players were better.
I know, but just with Fabrizio Romano, he's just ruined it.
Yeah.
Like you hear about players signing 8 months before it happens. Remember transfer deadline day when you used to sit? I remember when Özil signed for Arsenal. That was like prime time TV. I used to stay up till
And they were interviewing
thought he was
fans
going to
outside
Man
the
United.
stadium
Yeah.
when the news came out, weren't they?
And like Odem Wingy. Remember Odem Wingy was trying to force a move and he was just pulling up, out his window, turning up to QPR. Then Harry Redknapp as well. He used to be gold for transfer deadline day outside his
There's
outside
too
his
many
Range
people
Rover.
involved now, I think.
Yeah,
I think so. They always get leaked a little bit more now.
I know it's rubbish that.
There wasn't a massive transfer deadline day like this season. Well, last season just gone. There wasn't a lot of transfers with managers either. Do you think now there's going to be, with this Mbappe going now, do you think there's going to be a big shake-up of squads and
I don't know. I
managers?
think with how much teams are getting penalised with financial fair play
That's what it
recently,
is.
I just think they're all going to be looking over their shoulder. I just you saw it like the January transfer window. Was it like only 3 teams even made a signing or something like that?
No, that's what I'm saying. But now, because there's been such a quiet last season, do you think now there's going to be a bit more of a shake?
Do you
I think
reckon
things
there
going
will
to carry on. I mean, all the squads seem in quite healthy positions, don't they?
I was going to say the only
Liverpool
teams that I
possibly.
could, the only teams that I could possibly see signing big players are Arsenal because they want to win it. I can see them signing
Maybe
someone like,
one though. They don't need a lot,
but
do
I
they?
could see them signing someone like Isaac
a number 9,
from
innit?
from Newcastle.
Man United needs to.
Man
Man
United
United need a overhaul.
They'll. I think if we find out today if Ten Hag stays or
Ten Hag.
goes.
Apparently it's
today,
been leaked that he
so-
might get sacked.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what happens. And then who else? Liverpool probably get some new players with Slot coming in. Obviously, different manager, maybe a little bit different style of play, linked with Somerville, aren't they? So I think there's a few teams at the top of the Premier League, but apart from that, I think, like you say, most squads are in healthy positions.
Yeah.
Joe,
Spurs, I think Spurs. Cause
Spurs, yeah. Joe Bellingham's on about moving somewhere in the Premier League, isn't he?
It'll be interesting to see if Man City, because they're suing the Premier League now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. And then if that works, then I think there'll be a lot.
What's that for again?
So it's the associated value. So basically, it's their sponsors buying a stadium for an overinflated fee. So what they're saying, what the Premier League did is they're trying to stop. Like Derby County did it with Mel Morris, I think. They sold the stadium to their own company for a fee that was far higher than what it was actually valued
Right.
at.
Okay.
And I think the Premier League are trying to stop that. So the Premier League is saying for anything where you're buying something off yourself, we're going to bring in independent arbitrators to say, look, the value of sponsoring Man City shirts are 60 million a year or whatever it might be. So you can't sell it for yourself for 100 million a year. And Man City is saying these rules have been negotiated by the other 19 Premier League clubs to try and stifle what we're doing, because every other Premier League club is having external people sponsor the shirts and buy the stadiums, whereas you're just doing it all yourself. And we're being unfairly penalised for a neutral decision on how much something is valued at. So it's an interesting one, because I can kind of see it from the Premier League's point of view saying, you can't just kind of take the mick and buy something off yourself for an unbelievable amount of money, and you're being profit sustainability.
Of course, yeah.
But at the same time, if the independent valuation is lower than probably what it should be, I can see Man City's point of view as well, going, look, we want to be able to sell it to ourselves for the fair value.
Yeah, I can't believe they're trying to sue the Premier League, to be fair. It's crazy that's what it's coming to, isn't it? In the way
It's like
the
next
Premier
week
League
as well.
I know. The way the Premier
Really?
League is at the
Yeah.
moment, it's just...
It's literally like the
I
clock is starting this week.
I like the idea of if it's a billionaire who owns a club. I think, obviously...
Richie Rich, just do what you want?
Do what you want.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
like
that idea of the 100 metres. Just give them the steroids one time and see who wins in 4 seconds. That'd be a great
That's
thing
what they
to
have
watch.
been doing, though.
Yeah.
They've said about like a second Olympics, didn't they?
Yeah. Where you can take...
What,
what you
just
want.
give them all...
Yeah.
steroids?
There's a fair
100
Olympics,
metres.
and then there's
so
the
funny.
4 second Olympics. 4 second Olympics.
I love that.
That is so good. I
But
love
like,
that.
oh, you I know. St. John's ambulance will be on standby. I think at the finishing line.
Absolutely. But yeah, you're right. It'd be... I mean, we're talking about Mbappe going to Madrid and that being a super team. Every team would be a super team, wouldn't they? Especially with the amount of money that owners have got now.
There'd be such a big
Newcastle
difference,
would...
though.
Yeah, they would.
How far does financial fair play go, though? Because I read that Casemiro's off to Saudi for £80 million.
I saw 100 million.
£100 million for Casemiro.
Well, they were doing it with Chelsea, weren't they? A couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen that.
what they're going to do.
The guy's worth about about 15, 20, isn't he?
Yeah.
If that.
If that.
Also, I said to Tom yesterday in the office, Sofiane Amrabat's brother came out and said that Casemiro got told he wasn't going to start in the FA Cup final.
Oh, did he throw a wobbly?
And he just said, I'm not even going to be in the squad then. If you're not going to start me, I'm not in the squad. So they all thought he was injured, but he wasn't injured. He just said, I don't want to even be in the squad if you're not going to start.
Unverified news, everybody. But we're going to go with that.
I'm trusting.
This is my Man City contracts coming back
This
here.
is from Sofiane Amrabat's brother, by the way. So if you're going to go to anyone, go to Mr. Amrabat.
So
he had a great
do
game.
you think they won the FA Cup because Casemiro wasn't in the squad? Do you think that actually helped them out a little bit?
No, I don't think so. I just think the defence was so much better. I think Varane and Martinez coming back was what pretty much won them that. Because they were backs against the wall already, weren't they? They went 2-0 up, obviously, scored 2 good goals. And then, just defend. It was Jose Mourinho style part of the bus. The tactics worked well. And they had their strongest centre-halves back, which they've missed all season. So I think it was just a case of them coming back as opposed to Casemiro maybe not being in the squad.
Great on the counter as well.
Yeah, exactly. The tactics worked really well, didn't they?
Just finally on Mbappe, we'll come back to Mbappe before we finish something off. When you've got a player of that ability, you don't want to see him in the French league, do you?
No.
Yeah. He was there too long.
He was there too long, wasn't he?
You want him in a top.
You do.
I know, obviously, Ligue 1 is in the top 5 leagues, but it's probably one of the lower ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I think he outgrew it a few years ago.
He did. You don't really get to see him. There's not a lot of French highlights, is there? I think it'll be for a neutral fan. I think seeing him in La Liga is going to be much better. I think.
Absolutely, I'd love him in the Premier League. That would be so good. I don't know why people don't come to the Premier. Well, I just don't get it.
They
It's
always
the best
have done.
league. I know, but like.
It's just like league, but Real Madrid are just the best team.
I know, that is the reason, isn't it?
It's the history
just Real
behind it as
Madrid,
well.
yeah.
I feel like every player wants to play for Madrid.
Yeah,
I think people want to live in Spain as well, over England.
Well, over Manchester.
And I also think Bellingham, if Bellingham had this season at a Liverpool or a Man United or an Arsenal or a City, we wouldn't be talking about him as a superstar that he is. We're talking about him as a superstar that he is because he's at Real Madrid, which is a bit sort of contrasting because I think La Liga's worse league than the Premier League, and if you had this season in the Premier League, I would say that's even more impressive. But I just feel like because we only see, again, you don't really watch many La Liga games. You probably watch the El Clasico and stuff like that, and I just think that because he's doing it for Real Madrid, the prestige and the surroundings of Madrid, like say the history, the fact that he's in another country and he's learnt the language, he's doing all this stuff. I just feel like that is why it's more impressive than being in the Premier League.
I think if he played for Man City or Liverpool, I think those fans would like him and everyone else probably wouldn't. But the fact he's playing for a neutral club, everyone can kind of get behind him.
Right.
Everyone can kind of and also he's never played for any of these clubs. He's only played for Birmingham, so he's got no history with any of the other clubs.
Yeah,
so he's
you're
just
right.
completely neutral.
He's
England
done the right
player.
thing. Well, I mean, he's going like everybody loves him for England, don't they? And fingers crossed he does well for us at the Euros.
Thoughts on Sir Gareth?
I like Gareth.
I like Gareth.
He seems a nice bloke. He's just an awful manager.
He's not. How can he be awful?
I'm glad we all didn't say we like. We needed someone to come in.
I don't understand how he can be awful. He's got us to a semi-final, a final.
Yeah.
Harry Kane missed a penalty against France, which realistically killed us. So how can he be awful with? But you're saying with the team, Sven Goran Eriksson. How bad? Look at that team.
That golden generation was better than what we had now.
Exactly. So you can't say look
there
at
was
the team
also
he's got.
better teams.
That's true. That is true. That's a fair point.
Brazil, Spain, Germany was so good back then.
Brazil were. Spain
Brazil did well in the Euros, didn't they, back then?
Yeah.
No, that is a fair point.
But then also all right, then look at the teams now. France.
Yeah.
France are ridiculous now.
And they did knock us out the last World Cup, didn't they?
Exactly. So I don't think he's a terrible manager at all. I think he's, like you say, man management is superb at. I'd love him to win this.
I like him as in I like him for England, but I wouldn't want him managing my club.
I agree with that.
So I think Tom's probably got a bit of a point.
Yeah, but it's not because of I don't know. I just now sort of associate him with an England manager. I don't know.
I'd keep him on.
I'd keep him on.
I'd just leave him in there. He seems to be working quite
all
well.
the players love him.
Yeah,
all the players love him. Like he's got his team. He's got his sort of unit that he knows who's going to play well. The experience from the previous tournaments. He's now wearing a cardigan as opposed to a waistcoat. I like him. I think he gets a bit of a bad rep.
I miss the waistcoat.
Do you?
I miss the waistcoat.
I like the cardi.
I miss the waistcoat.
I think the cardi's a great idea.
He kind of brought the waistcoat back into fashion and then kind of dropped it. He's a bit of a trendsetter, isn't he?
Yeah, listen, he is. And I watch Cardi now be the hit of the summer.
Yeah, this is it, you see. Yeah.
The man who don't like him.
Yeah, the man who doesn't like him rocking around.
Look, I'll back him whilst the Euros are on and I'll be singing his name, but I would rather any other manager.
Okay, if he wins the Euros, does he stay on?
I mean,
Oh no, okay. A good question is like, what stage does he get to stay on? He's got to be more than semis, probably,
World
hasn't
Cup.
it?
Win the World Cup, and then
No, I'm saying from
we have to win it.
Semi or the final, I'd say.
We have to win
Oh,
it.
you mean for him to be?
No, I'm saying for him to carry on. No, I mean like for the whole nation to go like,
You say for him to carry on?
to carry on past this tournament. Where does he have to get? Obviously, if he gets knocked out in the groups, everyone's going to call for
I
his
just
head.
think he'll carry on anyway.
Yeah,
no,
but
I mean, where does the?
it's a hypothetical
Right, should we move on
question,
then?
Ash.
That's that. Then. Any other business? Thanks,
It's a
Ash.
hypothetical question, Ashley.
All right,
So
so
So we're saying, like, for the whole nation to go, yeah, we're all happy for Gareth to have another crack at the next World
Yeah.
Cup. What stage? What's the minimum stage he has to get to?
For that
For
to happen.
everyone's kind of go, like, yeah, I'm happy for him to go. Because if he gets knocked out in the groups, you're going to be calling for his head.
Yeah, and I would too, to be fair.
Oh my god! If he got out the
That's
group,
We could easily get
I
knocked out
don't,
in the
I don't think
groups.
he'd get out of jail.
I don't
if
think
we
we
went
could
out in the
easily
group.
get-
We could easily get knocked out in the groups.
No,
Yeah.
you've said this. And
I think this group is a really, really tough group.
I
It's
think
a
when
lot
it was the
tougher than
World
what you
Cup,
think.
Bill were going,
It's tough.
Iran are a good team.
Watch out for that Wales.
Didn't Iran come? Where did Iran come? Did they qualify, or did they just miss out? I'm sure they missed.
They're not European.
No, I'm on about for the bloody World
went out
Cup.
of group, We're in our
group.
I know, but did they get out the group? Is what I'm saying.
No, USA. It was
Yeah,
USA.
I think,
does.
but they were only what, like 1 point
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
They came third, didn't they? Who else was in our group?
Wales.
Wales. That
They
was it,
beat
yeah.
Wales, didn't they?
Yeah, that's
Did
what
they
I
beat
mean.
Wales?
So they weren't. So that's actually not a terrible shout from Bill. But I agree. I think it will be.
What
us.
did we beat them by? Did we win like 5-0?
I think
No,
it's
it was
more.
like 7-2.
Yeah,
They
just-
scored against us, didn't
Yeah.
Was it that high? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, it
remember
was. It was.
6-2. That's what it was.
This look, Serbia, Slovenia, and Denmark. The problem. Okay, right here we are. Right,
Denmark
the
are tough.
problem now is normally we've had in Gareth's groups. We've had 1 or 2 whipping boys, like a Wales. Sorry, Wales, but like an Iran more so.
No,
Sorry,
I'm
not
not
Wales,
sorry.
not Wales.
I'm not sorry.
Oh.
I'm not sorry.
That's when half the Welsh team
I was
plays
gonna
for
say-
Leeds.
And especially when we've got a Welshman in the podcast, it's a bit harsh. That. Sorry about that, Tom. Just Bill's comment there.
But my point for this group here is there's all 3 teams are I think are a very, very, very similar level. Yeah. And I think if you draw the opening game and then you start to kind of get a bit nervy into the group, I think this is a bit of a tougher group than what
I think it's only a tough group because we're managed by Southgate, though.
What? No. That's
So
not. That is
Gareth,
not.
If we had a manager in that had us playing good football with our exceptional set of players that we've got this season,
Yeah,
then we look at that group and think we absolutely walk it.
But I also don't think.
Who would you have?
Pep Guardiola.
Did we play good football at the World Cup in the group stages? When we were knocking 5,
I
6
also think we
goals?
do play
Yeah.
good football.
I think we do.
And I
Play
think
good
this year, because I think Southgate is probably going to leave after this Euros. I'll be honest.
I hope
I
so.
think he thinks he's just going to throw everything at it.
Yeah.
And that's why he's left Rashford out. That's why he's left
That's
Phillips,
that's a
Henderson.
mistake,
Phillips,
though, isn't it?
Henderson. Is it a mistake leaving Rashford out? It's not a mistake. He's had
No,
a terrible season.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
real
not a
I
mistake.
get, but he offers something different to what
But
every other winger we've
Doesn't
taken.
Anthony
bro.
Gordon? Anthony Gordon has had a good season.
He's
Obviously-
had a good season.
yeah, so put him in there.
In the 80th minute, if we're drawing to France, we need someone to get in behind and
Anthony
break that
Gordon.
black
Has
line.
Rashford ever done it though for England? Has
And
he ever
obviously
come
has.
on in the 80th
Anthony
minute and,
Gordon
like,
He's so capable of doing that.
yeah, I think he is. I agree.
I think Anthony
agree.
Gordon could be a bit of a sort of one of the people that you look at in this tournament and go, hell, he's made himself.
I thought we were
proper
really
name
good in
for
that World
himself.
Cup.
I know
I
he does.
thought we were the better
We
team
were.
against France.
We were. We just
Overall,
missed
that was
a
a really
penalty.
tight game. Really tight game against France.
So
I
I
thought we were
don't.
the better side.
Yeah, I like I say, I think Southgate gets a bad rep. I don't think it matters. I don't think he will be the downfall of us this year. I don't. If we don't make it, I just think we've just got to see what happens.
International football is a hard job to manage.
Yeah.
It is a
Knockout
hard job.
football is just.
But I think he's done literally the best job in years. Like, if we look at all the past England managers, who's actually been as good as him since?
No, I agree.
Like, I
I
don't know
agree.
when we look back to.
And actually, it's quite a hard squad to kind of get a nice balance of and get the right people in. And I think he has done a good job. I think he has done a good job. I think this tournament will be the defining thing. Like I said, if he loses 3 games, gets knocked out in the groups, everyone's going to look back on the whole thing, going, "Oh, you wasted the talent." And if he does well, everyone's going to go, "He's probably the greatest England manager we've had since Sir Alf Ramsey."
I've got one thing I want to mention, which is probably a bit of a Debbie Downer, but just a shout out. Obviously,
Jack is leaving the podcast
No,
after episode 5.
obviously, we're Leeds, aren't we? So recently, Rob Burrow obviously passed away, didn't he? Yeah. So I thought I'd give him a mention.
Yeah.
Absolute legend that he is. We're based in Leeds. We're all from Leeds. We're all Leeds fans. So thought I'd give it a little bit of a shout out, and obviously may he rest in peace, because what a bloke, what a legend, and it was really sad seeing all that over recent days. So shout out to Rob.
Sat in a Spanish restaurant.
when
it came in news, and I'll be honest, like I've got quite teary in the Spanish restaurant.
It's horrible. It's sad, isn't it?
I've got quite teary, and my kids were looking at me going, "Why?" You know, it was. He came into where I sit at Leeds. He came into the lounge where like this season, and we're all kind of sat there, just kind of eating our food and having a drink and whatnot. And then people come in and out kind of across the season. You know, this person came in and said, "We've got very special guests," and kind of half people are listening, half people aren't. And then they said Rob Burrows, and the room just went silent. And he came in, and everyone just stood up, and it was a very very it was a very very special moment.
Special man, wasn't he? Bless him.
Great guy,
absolutely special man, and he's done amazing things for raising awareness for his illness too. So I just wanted to give him a little shout out, and before we go on to our Euro 2024 starting 11.
Yes, let's do it. Yes, well, I think we should do goalkeepers. Say them, get them all round.
Yeah.
Then have a little discussion. I think we should do that. Everyone's back four, and then do a little discussion.
Yeah,
I think the Champions League last week, it might be it was a bit kind of hard to know who was going in and whatnot.
I like it.
So I've gone Seedorf in net.
So
Surely we've all got Pickford.
I don't even know.
Have you not even written yours down?
No, I've had the same starting 11 for a few months now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard Tom starting 11 about 20 times. I'll be honest with you. Pickford in net, so we all agreeing on that?
Yeah.
Just on Pickford quickly, he made a mistake against Belgium in the defeat at Wembley. Was it about I don't know how long ago, 3-4 months ago, something like that. And that was his first ever mistake for England that led to a goal.
Really?
Ever.
Yes, it was.
And in my head, I thought, you know, he's a bit of a shaky keeper. You know, he's not my number one choice. He's not been the best goalkeeper we've had in a long time, I don't think. But for England, he's quite consistent. He's quite consistent. I don't like him.
Don't you?
I don't rate him. I don't like him.
What?
Don't like him.
No, I do like him.
Don't rate him. I don't like him.
I think he's great.
I think even as an Everton,
that's just my opinion.
even as an Everton keeper, I think he's had a good season.
He has had a good season. Yeah,
He a bit of a wind up as well.
Yeah.
Don't like
exactly
Everton.
What you need.
Don't like Everton. Don't rate him.
Yeah. You don't like him, but he's in your 11.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm not. He is because you know what? I'm tired and I couldn't be bothered with getting abuse by sticking in Ramsdale, James Ratchet, Henderson.
He's good for England as well. To be fair to him, and he's got the experience, so it just makes sense.
Whilst
in there, doesn't it?
Just to touch on.
Stop copying me, and I can see.
Don't worry. Just to touch on that though, who would be your second choice keeper?
That's
obviously
a good question.
Obviously, Pickford's going to be everyone's number one.
My second choice is not in the squad. Nick Pope would be my second
injured,
choice.
isn't he?
He's not injured.
He isn't now. He played in that weird friendly against Spurs, didn't he?
My second choice isn't in the squad either. I'd go Jack Butland.
Yeah, Jack Butland. I thought he would be in and around it, or
mate.
have a little bit of a sniff.
You watched a lot of Rangers recently, Bill?
Yes, every week. Yeah. Used to play for ex-Leeds, Jack Butland.
Although
Loyalty's alive.
Should have got Jack Butland sign a Leeds shirt. Why do we not?
I was talking to him about Leeds as well. I mean, my second choice would be Ramsdale. I know he ain't playing well, but out of the four that are in there, Dean Henderson I wouldn't have, and James Trafford's too young, and
Trafford no.
Trafford seems to have done well here in his career.
Yeah, I don't think
he hasn't really done a lot, but he just seems to be like everyone seems to rate him, and I just don't know why.
Was it under 21?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Man City rated him
to Burnley for. It was about 20 million.
Yeah, it was. Let's be honest. James Trafford has not had a very good season this year. No. I thought he would have had a much better season than what he's had. Yeah. I'm expecting him to be by far the best goalkeeper in the division after Melier next season.
I think do you know who should have been going? Although I think he is Irish. Wes Foderingham. I'm sure he's Irish. But,
where's Wes going to be watching the Euros? That's what. Can we get with us? We need to get Wes on. We need to get Wes. Wes has got to be the first guest.
I can't imagine the scene. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Right, back four.
Sorry,
back four.
Can we try and bring Wes up every?
I'd love Wes to come on this podcast.
Tom, come on, yours is etched into your brain here.
Yeah. So on the right side, we've got Kyle Walker, centre back pairing of Stones and Maguire. And then on the left, Luke Shaw. But if Luke Shaw's not fit, then I would call up Tyreek Mitchell.
What?
Mitchell's in the squad. Is he in the squad?
He's not in the squad, no. But if Shaw has to go
home...
Can
I just say, I'd put Trippier or Shaw, because if Shaw's injured, Trippier's going to play left back, so he can play left back. The other day, you said to me you worried about our defence.
Yep.
And you've gone for Tyreek Mitchell over Trippier.
Yes, because Trippier's been awful this season.
Has he?
Yeah.
Has he been awful?
He's been stinky. No, he hasn't.
I don't know, mate.
Maguire's been on and off. And you've
I know.
England is a different kettle of fish.
Exactly.
No, I agree.
They turn it on for England.
Yeah.
They just do. I said to you the other day, everyone's worried about the defence, right? I'm not worried about our defence for the first time in a long time. That is the most experienced defence probably in this tournament.
But there's a couple of players in there that just haven't had a good season.
But they turn it on for England. Maguire's always turned it on for England.
And I hope he does.
John Stones, again, is now 30. I don't know how he's turned 30
They
recently.
all know
That's
how
mental.
each other play as well, don't
Yeah.
they?
Has everyone gone for that back four?
I've gone Trippier.
I've gone Trippier at left back over Shaw because I don't think Shaw will be fit.
Yeah, I'm not married to Shaw by any means. Yeah, I've gone Walker, Maguire, Stones, and then
Obviously, if
I
Shaw's
quite like
fit,
Trippier at left back.
Yeah, obviously if Shaw's fit, I'd play Shaw because he's the only left back we've got.
And I'm going to get pelters for this. I like Harry Maguire.
So do I.
Like him.
him.
He's
I like him
another,
for England.
I don't watch him week in, week out for Man United. I'm sure he is probably frustrating if he was your centre back. But for England, I don't think he's ever really put a foot wrong.
I agree.
Not only that, he actually looks a good centre back.
And he also
I like
scores
Harry
goals.
Maguire. Yeah, I like Harry Maguire.
Corners. Do you remember the World Cup in 2018 when we had the corner routine and John Stones was scoring, Harry Maguire was scoring. We were such a threat from corners.
We've come a long way from Harry Kane taking the corners.
Yeah, we had that train, didn't we? I remember watching us against Panama, I think it was. We had a train, and it was when we scored 7 or something. And like that back four, I am so confident in purely from the experience.
And also, if you look at the other defenders in the squad, you've got your Consers, you've got your Dunks, you've got your Gays. No one's screaming out to me, knocking on the door.
Braithwaite maybe.
A bit of creativity, but
Southgate
plays him in midfield.
I feel a bit harsh with Trent not being in the 11, but
I don't think he is. You can't take Walker out.
The good thing about that back four, every one of them could wear the captain's armband as well. Like if Kane went off. I'm not sure about Luke Shaw captaining my country. He's not in mine.
To the year.
Yeah,
you got Trippier.
I'm
not sure about Trippier.
Trippier. And he wore it the other day against Bosnia. So
have we all got a midfield 3?
Yes. I've got midfield 3.
So we've all got Rice and Bellingham. So it's a question of who you're putting in with him, who you're putting in with them, those guys.
I've got reasons as well. I've got Gallagher.
I do like that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Absolute engine room.
A lot of reasons. Can I tell you?
God, am I losing? All 3 of you thinking Conor Gallagher's an acceptable shout?
I put Conor Gallagher or Kobbie Mainoo. That's who I put.
Can I tell you a couple of reasons why? Let me tell you a couple of reasons why. 6 goals. 6 goals.
I like Conor Gallagher. I like him. I thought he's great for Palace. I like Conor Gallagher. Right. But he's not at this level.
Yeah, but listen, he's different to Rice and Bellingham, right? Rice and Bellingham are going to attack more. They are. Conor Gallagher can be that person that is the engine room, that runs his absolute nutsack off, breaks up play, just lets things happen.
Calvin Phillips did exactly that last time, right? Conor Gallagher.
I'd rather have Calvin Phillips starting in the Euros than Conor Gallagher. I would. I'd rather have Calvin Phillips starting in the Euros than Conor Gallagher.
Most distance covered, Conor Gallagher. Most possession won, Conor Gallagher.
Here we go, Instagram.
Most tackles, Conor Gallagher. Most interceptions, Conor Gallagher.
Boom.
What's that? Is that for Chelsea
in the Premier League?
For Chelsea. That's Chelsea stats.
Oh, God. Well, look, I mean, that's not
sixth.
Premier League. That's not Premier League wide.
Do you know when teams are countering against us, because you got Harry Maguire and Stones up or whatever, and you need someone to do that foul to drag them down?
Yeah.
No player committed more fouls this season
For Chelsea?
in the Premier League than Conor Gallagher.
And you're using that as a stat
100%
to justify starting in the Euros.
Breaking up play.
I so agree with that. The only
I do agree with it.
position that we are struggling with in this squad is a holding midfielder. We haven't got one. Rice is this season has played as more of an attacking player. He's got forward more. Bellingham obviously he's been playing.
Should have called up Calvin Phillips.
No, he's been horrible.
I've gone with Kobbie Mainoo, and I think
I have as well.
I think above Mainoo, I would put Trent in there over Conor Gallagher.
No
Where are
way.
you having
Gallagher over Trent for me.
Trent is not.
Gallagher's number 2, I think.
Trent's good at passing. You can't put him in midfield because he's good at passing.
I'd have Jordan Henderson over Conor Gallagher.
Would you genuinely?
Conor Gallagher's been the captain of Chelsea this season as well.
I like Conor Gallagher. I like Conor Gallagher.
Gallagher's been Chelsea's best player this season.
I like
Okay, sorry. I've also got a little side thing here. How has Jones been called up over Harvey Elliott?
Oh yeah,
squad? I think that's an absolute disgrace.
Don't get that.
Different positions though, aren't they?
Jones is very good. Don't get me wrong. Jones has been very consistent this year. He is, but Harvey Elliott is a much better player.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I would start. I'd be looking at Harvey Elliott starting over Jones. But Adam Wharton, I would start over Conor Gallagher in this squad.
No, Joe. The reason I didn't go for Adam Wharton is he's just too young. But listen, he's a very. I'd take him. I think he gets on the plane.
I like the fact we're all praising him. And then now he's been called up as well. Like he's really.
I really like Adam Wharton and think that he will be that. Even Gareth Southgate said it. We haven't got a player like Adam Wharton that sits, which is what we're missing. Which is why Conor Gallagher is the perfect.
He's a bit Archie Gray.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Kobbie
Mainoo is obviously a superb footballer, and I'm not opposed to him being in. I've literally got him or Gallagher, but they just offer different things. Gallagher is more of like, say, the utility man,
He's just
the engine room that
when
stops
you need someone
things.
to kick him about a bit and just get the ball back, he will.
Whereas Kobe Menu is another player,
which could also be good for a
Yeah,
player bringing on when you're 1-0 up in the 70th minute.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Yeah, I get that. I get that reasoning. How many players are getting cut from this? Is it
3?
7.
No, it's not 7, is it?
It's a 33.
They're wildly different numbers.
5.
It's 33 and it's going down to 26.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah,
7,
isn't it? Yeah.
That's horrible, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
We stopped doing that for a while. We stopped having the extra players, the training players, and Gav's brought it back.
I like it too. I think it's good for the young players like Quansah.
Just experience.
Quansah might go.
Do you remember Gaza getting shipped out? I don't know if you're old enough for this.
I remember hearing about this. I heard about this on the overlap.
So
he was told he was going to go, and then
they're in like a hotel in France or something. It was Glenn Hoddle. They're in a hotel in France, and then the whole big thing on the news was which players are going to get leaving, and then they started saying, "Oh, it might be Gaza." And then apparently he just like went mental, trashed up his hotel room and left and did it. But it was like a real. So every time these players kind of this cut happens, I always think that's the one I always go back to. When Gaza got cut, like a big thing. And
I heard about that on the overlap. Gary Neville was on about it once, but yeah, he said that I remember him saying it completely changed the dynamic in the squad and the changing room and everything because Gaza was such a big character.
He got that wrong, I think. Hardly.
Yeah. But I think for this one, like I say, the 7 that will go, I think he'll pick the right 7. I'd like to see Adam Wharton go, but yeah, I think the midfield is
getting the minutes.
No, me neither. But again, he might be a person again for the games that are lesser. Slovenia, for example, they're probably the worst team in the group, where you rest Gallagher or you rest Mainu for that game, so that then they're fresh.
It depends on where you are.
I know.
If we're going into the last game of this group, and I'm being really pessimistic on this group, if we're going into the last game of the group resting players, then I think Gareth's done a really good job here because this is going to go to the wire. I think.
No,
9 points.
Yeah, I think 9 points too. I'll be honest. I really hope so. Anyway.
Front 3. I mean, I assume we've all gone Kane and Foden.
Yep.
And then it's who you like, Saka or I've got literally Saka/Palmer. I've got here.
You've pretty much got the exact 11 I'd go. Yeah. Because I think there's definitely an argument for Palmer after the season he's had compared to Saka. Again, it's just like Saka's so good for England, isn't it?
Yeah, you are right. He is. Yeah. I mean that. Either way, I don't really care.
No, I'm happy with either.
That is the one where I would sort of just be like, it is what it is. Palmer off the bench would be superb. Saka off the bench would be superb. They offer 2 different things. It'd be nice to have somebody like Palmer on the right because we always have Grealish on the left. So it's
okay. What about all the starting 11s are quite similar then. What about another question? What about name one player from the bench who you think could be like the Jeff Hurst hero who could come on and go, oh my God, he's wowed us all.
Well, that's what I was hoping Marcus Rashford would do.
Yeah, but he's not going to be on the bench, is he?
Yeah.
He's watching it with Wes.
Yeah. Technically, it could happen.
Eze's a good shout. I was going to go for Bowen. I think
Bowen.
Gordon.
Oh.
I don't think he'll be cut. I don't think just because of the amount of goals he scored.
I don't think Bowen will play, even if he does.
Yeah, I agree
if he does get taken.
I think that's harsh.
He's just an option.
I would love Eze to come on and light things up with 15 minutes to go and turn a game around. I think Eze is just that. Could be he's the man that could do something like that.
Eze, Gordon, or Bowen. We asked that question outside the St James Park the other day. We said who do you start, who do you bench, and who do you leave
I like that.
Out of them 3. Yep. So yeah, either of them 3. I think Watkins was a bit poor the other day in the friendly, but maybe I think he'll go over Tony.
I hope he does.
Tony will get dropped.
We haven't had a player come on who's on the fringes under Gareth, who's come on and actually gone. Actually, he's got Adam Wharton. He's got to start the next game.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a player who's kind of come in and kind of grabbed it by the scruff of his neck with a 15-minute cameo and made him start the following week. It's kind of been the same. No one's really done that. But I think Anthony Gordon could do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Anthony Gordon.
I think Anthony Gordon is he could honestly. This could be his tournament.
I feel a bit sorry for Anthony Gordon because he's got so many players ahead of him, hasn't he? Now
Grealish did it when he came in to start with.
That was it.
When he
Grealish,
was at Villa, and you remember that little flick he did when he just
against Belgium
was higher than any player in the world at that.
I think Grealish. I think probably Grealish is the last person to be like that. What you just said there. I think Grealish is the one. Obviously, he's had a lot of injuries. He's had a lot of injuries this year. I think again he's good to come off the bench, isn't he?
He's one of them that's good for seeing out a game. Just like drawing fouls.
Listen, the beauty is for the first time in a very, very, very long time, we have got a team that is probably the best it's ever been.
Yeah,
like the amount of
squad.
The amount of talent in that squad is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's just ridiculous. We are so blessed to have all these good players in. Like, you look in the Premier League, the majority of the winners this season have all been English. Foden won Premier League Player of the Season. Did Palmer win Young Premier League player.
Bellingham's just won the Champions League.
Bellingham's just won the Champions League. Bellingham also won La Liga player.
Well, when Tom's talking about players that haven't even made the squad,
exactly,
it shows how good.
Exactly. So
Kane's the top goal scorer in Bundesliga.
Yeah, I mean, how good's Harry Kane?
I mean, Harry Kane is.
How
Top
good
scorer
is
in
Harry
Europe.
Kane?
I like I said. I think I said it. I think I said it a few weeks ago. Like Harry Kane is our most important player.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's our best player, but he's our most important player.
I think he's our best player.
Well, you
think
can say
he is.
Foden, couldn't you?
Yeah, Foden.
Well,
Yeah. That we're blessed at the moment.
Whatever
I'm
front
excited.
four we go for is going to be
Exciting.
yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I think that was why I was kind of disappointed with the Qatar World Cup. Like, you know, I like a summer tournament, and I think having a break over the summer. Have you seen Julian Alvarez? Have you seen that thing about his next break? The next time he has a break from football is going to be summer of 2027 or something. He's playing like the Olympics, and he's playing in something else. And they've done his whole career. He's done his whole next 5 years, and like he's getting like 2 breaks in the next like 8 years.
Wow.
But that's what you want.
Yeah,
It's like as now
football.
Yeah.
Like,
Football.
Yeah.
No, enjoyed that. I mean, yeah, and obviously, I don't know what we're going to do when you guys are in Germany. We'll have to try and think of a plan.
Well,
we could have a 90s special.
Oh yeah.
Over the next couple of
We'll
weeks.
Can you get John Barnes on?
Yeah.
You got to hold and give.
That's before. I've never seen John Barnes play. Thank you very much.
All right, apologies.
He's managing Celtic in my age.
What we got next? The quiz.
Quiz. Caden.
Hello, everyone. You okay?
He's back.
How are we doing?
What time is it? What time is it, Caden?
It's quiz time, baby. I started checking my phone.
Check his phone for the actual time. It's 11:06.
Right, the quiz this week, we're opening up top with a buzzer round. Can I hear all your buzzers?
Hey, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Fantastic. There's only 4 in the buzzer round, and then we're moving on to a brand new one, which is around the room, and I'll explain that at the time. Right, the first one.
on, Ash.
Which country won the first ever Euros in 1960? Bill's on it.
Goes first.
West Germany.
That's incorrect.
Which one? Your one or my one?
Brazil won it.
Go on, go that one then.
Buzz it. You got.
Italy.
It's not Italy. Shall I give you the answer?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Is it Spain?
No, it's dumb.
It's Soviet Union / Russia. Yeah, so
They're just good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking. That's why I was thinking that's along those
No
lines.
one knows that, do they?
next one. How specifically did Italy beat Russia in the semi-finals in 1968?
How specific?
Oh yeah, I remember
It's
that
quite
one.
no, as
Yesterday.
in this is quite distinct. Like if you knew this, you would remember it.
By a flip of a coin.
It was, yeah.
Oh!
It was a coin toss following a 0 draw. Bill, did you know that? Did you guess that?
I remember kind of like there was a famous
Roughly.
one from years ago, so I thought it
2
might be
years
that.
after the World Cup final, they flipped a coin.
See, there you go.
What
Yeah.
the
Was that the
I think
semi-finals?
that's how the war started,
Was
wasn't
that the semi-finals?
it?
Was that the
It just says a coin toss following.
that can't
Oh, sorry,
be-
it was semi-final. Sorry, semi-final.
semi-finals? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say, that can't be to the side
no,
the
no.
tournament.
Fair play.
1-0. Let's do it.
Fair play, great answer.
The next one. Who took England's second penalty in their final defeat to Italy in 2021?
That was me.
Yeah, it was.
He's got to answer.
Was it Saka?
You
No,
idiot.
that's
He
incorrect.
was fifth. It was
Yeah,
Harry
less
Maguire.
time wasting though.
You've got it. Yeah.
Harry Maguire.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you said who missed the second.
No, he was
Well,
very
that's what you
clear.
get for
He was
buzzing
very clear.
early.
Very clear.
Sorry.
It's alright,
Very
Jack. It's
clear.
alright, it's
Sorry,
alright.
Ash, sorry, Ash.
Still in this. Still in this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
currently
just
2-0.
I was thinking
about
who.
in it.
I just thought for some reason it was who missed
Yeah.
the second one.
Saka missed the third one anyway.
How did you
Who was
remember
the second one? Was
Maguire?
it Sancho?
Yeah.
Was it? I
Right,
remember Maguire
Good
scoring a pen.
knowledge.
final buzzer question. Which Danish midfielder signed for Arsenal straight after scoring in the 1992 final, but only managed a solitary goal in 133 appearances?
Ash, you're going to have to do this.
Not
mate.
Scooby.
1990, I was born in 1991.
I know, but Danish Arsenal midfielder. What clue? These are so catered to Bill.
That one actually came to
Come on.
Anders Limpar.
That's incorrect.
Oh,
Chance to
really?
steal.
Okay.
Come on, Ash.
Come on, Ash. 19... Well, I was 1. 1992. Danish midfielder played for Arsenal.
Yeah,
Played 122 times. For Arsenal.
133.
133 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Might have been in.
No.
Laudrup.
Can you give me
No,
the
Laudrup.
initials? Sorry, just because I want to.
I can't. That's incorrect. It's JJ.
I caught you.
Oh, it's
Jermaine Genius. I got a clue, I'll be honest.
JJ.
What's his first name?
Jennings.
John.
No,
John
it's
Jennings.
before my time, this.
John the Danish man.
What is it?
I've never heard of John
It's
before.
No idea. What's his
it's
name?
Seb's a bit older than us.
It's
Before my time.
John Jensen.
Before my time.
Not a
Yeah.
clue.
How'd you not
Most
get him?
generic English and most generic Danish name put
Yeah.
together. John Jensen.
Right, we're moving on to around the room. There are 12 answers. Players say one at a time. If they can't answer or get one wrong, it moves on to the next player in order. If there is one player left and he is able to name all the remaining answers, then he gets the remaining points.
And you only
I
get
think I
one
get it.
life.
So there's one life,
One
and there's 12
life.
points available.
12
So
points
if you
available.
get
Let's do
one
it.
wrong, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right, here's the actual question. Name all 12 countries other than England that have appeared in a Euro final. And
Okay.
then there's a second part to this. Countries who went under previous names count as one country. Example, if North Macedonia ever got to a final...
Macedonia.
Is that a dance?
North Macedonia.
I've got Macedonia here.
Macedonia.
Macedonia! I'm reading it again.
I've got Macedonia.
No,
you can't leave that in, mate.
Leave that in. Leave that in.
Own it,
Not
mate.
getting caught.
Jesus Christ, give me a minute here. Right, I'm going to do it again. Countries who went under previous names count as one country. Example, if North Macedonia ever got to a final as former Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia, either answer would count as 1 point and couldn't be repeated as a different answer. I have to start with Bill, that's in bold.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to start with France.
Italy.
Yeah,
Right, Tom.
Portugal.
yeah.
Spain.
Right, next one.
Greece.
You should have
Yeah.
saved that.
No,
Netherlands.
because someone else is going to use it.
Yeah,
Denmark.
Germany.
yeah. It says Germany, West Germany, and that's
Yeah,
it.
but you
Yeah,
said
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Soviet Union / Russia.
How many have we had?
There must only be 3 left now.
There
I've not been
are
listening.
3 remaining.
3 remaining. USSR. Is that who you said? Yeah. So yeah.
No.
I feel like we've already said mine.
I'll go Belgium.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh, they are.
I need to think about it.
Have they already... Right, I'm saying this out loud. This isn't my guess. Have they already said Denmark?
Yeah, we've already
Yeah.
said Denmark.
I said
That was
Denmark.
generous of you.
It was, I know. I said
Okay.
Denmark.
Sweden?
Nah, it's not there.
Oh, Sweden were one of my
unlucky.
2 on the list.
Sweden would have been my next shout.
We have got 2 left,
2 left.
and Tom and I are both still in.
Yeah.
The one on my list I have got, I'm going to go. I had Sweden, and I'm going to go for my other one on my list, which is Hungary.
No.
I'm going to say Bulgaria.
Why would you say Bulgaria? Why would you say Bulgaria?
You got Germany, Italy, Spain, Russia, France, Portugal, Netherlands, Denmark, Greece, and Belgium. You missed Czech Republic and Serbia.
Serbia.
I wouldn't have got either of them.
Right, 7-4. Right, we're now on to... Oh, it's around the room.
Here's another
I
one.
knew we had another one. I
Another
thought we
one.
had another one.
Jesus
Hold on
Christ.
a sec. Hold on a sec.
Right, around the room, name England's starting 11 and the first substitute they made in the Euro 2021 final against Italy.
Okay.
Start with Jack.
Oh yes. Pickford.
Yeah.
We'll go Harry Maguire.
Correct.
Oh, who scored? Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
I don't like this question.
Oh.
Saka.
He's the sub.
Was
Is he the
First
first
sub.
sub?
Yeah.
God, I was thinking he came on.
Harry
don't-
Kane.
Yeah.
Kieran Trippier.
Yeah.
Declan Rice.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling.
Good shot.
Yeah.
It's a much better squad now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no. This is where we crumble. I've got another one as
I
well.
think
Oh.
I've got it.
Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
I've got
Oh,
one.
no. John Stones.
Oh, he's going to be mine.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I've got the other one. I know
Yeah.
it. I know it.
How many?
Catching up here. There's one left.
I know it.
There's only one left.
Yeah, and if you don't get it, I get it. I think. I'm sure I know it.
Jordan Henderson.
Incorrect.
Oh god, that was my answer. Yes. Thank God I didn't say that.
We can't talk to each other.
No, we can't. So it's a centre mid. Did he play Foden in a more attacking role? I don't know if he did. Phil Foden.
No, incorrect.
Money Mace. Mason Mount.
Yeah. So current scores are 10-13.
See, we got
Is it that
13,
close,
we're
sir?
ahead.
It's that close. It's the final part of the quiz. It's the buzzer round. I'm going to start now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Which country will be making their first ever Euros appearance?
Oh,
I think
Georgia.
It is Georgia. Congratulations.
Good start.
Second one. Which country does on-loan Sunderland player Callum Styles represent?
Are they at the Euros? Sorry.
Well, I'm assuming
yeah, it's a Euros quiz. I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Scotland.
Incorrect.
We can't lose.
Okay.
We can't.
Can we
confirm? Can we confirm?
Yeah, no, we can now, can't we?
Yeah, you can now. Yeah, in a steal, you can always confirm.
Callum Styles.
I mean, who are we looking at here?
It'll
It's going to be a lower
parents,
team, isn't
His
it?
parents will just represent.
It's going to be a lower, like... It's not going to be a big nation, is it?
Like a Romania or something like that?
Yeah. Are they in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go that. I
Yeah.
think Romania's a shot.
Romania, please, mate.
It's Hungary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but fair enough.
Harry's brother.
That took me too long to clock that. Jesus.
I still don't know what
Harry
you're talking
Styles.
Come on, you should know that.
about. Yeah, I should have known that. Right, next one. Which country is managed by an Italian whose surname is Italian for German?
Eh?
Oh my god.
It does make sense. I can read
Yeah,
it
no,
again
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Say that.
Albania.
Incorrect.
Ooh, I rated that shout though.
Pablo Zabaleta's the assistant manager of Albania.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought the Italian for German was like Alamand or something like that. Almand.
Are you stealing or are you just passing it?
We'll go
Well,
for...
we may as well
should we go
guess.
for Romania, we go.
Should we go Romania?
Romania.
It's Belgium.
Oh.
And are you ready?
Martinez? What?
No, he's not.
Tedesco means manager in German.
As in the Italian word for German.
The Italian word for German.
Yeah, but why is Tedesco the Italian for manager?
I don't know. I've just got the quiz.
Yeah. Right. How many more questions we got? One more.
One.
Just the double
So
point.
it's 5-0 then?
one.
Yes.
Right. It's the final buzzer question. Which country will be hoping to make it out of the group stages for the first time since reaching the semi-finals in 2008?
Ooh. I nearly buzzed then.
Go on then.
Turkey.
It is Turkey.
Where did you get that from?
Did you just guess?
I thought it was going to be like Germany.
I was going to say Greece.
Well done. So the final scores there were
I'll take that
That's
last
so
one.
spawny.
11-14,
Well done.
making
5-0.
it 5-0 overall.
Yeah, well done.
Champions again, ole.
I'll be honest, I'm past caring. I'm done with the quiz.
Thanks, Caden. Good quiz.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Caden.
Thanks, Seb. Thanks, Caden.
Oh yeah, we've got more of the podcast. haven't we?
Oh.
Do you want to read the comments first, Bill? You've got them in front of you.
Yeah, from Paul Hamilton. Thanks, Paul. Sorry, I was reading them out, just vetting them for the Blue Peter audience. Paul Hamilton, my comments made the mark there. No, Bill, and there's chaos. You see, there you go. You see, I'm back. A bit more organisation in there. Will Miller said Messi over Ronaldo any day, but Mbappe or Haaland. Do not replace either of them, and Marcelo should have been left back without a doubt. Ooh,
I agree with that.
There you go.
Messi over Ronaldo, though.
The quiz, and then Will's also added the quizzes class. Durkin needs to stop crying about the rules, considering he's making them up half the time.
Yeah, so,
There you go.
I mean,
I
he's not
agree
wrong.
with that one.
Yeah, so
I agree with that
I
one.
agree with that one. Fair play. I've got an email from Liam Sumner. Hi, Caden. Oh yeah, it's to you, wasn't it, Caden?
Oh yeah.
My question for the boys is: they obviously see a lot of memorabilia coming in and out of the FP doors, but what is their favourite piece each of them would like to have taken home themselves? Good question.
It is a good question. We do see a lot of memorabilia.
You and obviously Ash have been here longer than me and Tom, so you'll have seen more come through. Anything springs to mind?
I think the Mbappe, Mbappe match-worn shirt you can just see in there from this. Mbappe wore this to PSG against AC Milan in this year's Champions League. I think that's probably a special piece.
That's nice.
Ash?
Don't know, maybe Bielsa Leeds shirts. We've had a few of them in.
The Bielsa medals?
Yeah, well, not them. They look more like Homer Simpson than Marcelo Bielsa.
And they're online right now.
Tom, what about you? Is there anything that springs to mind?
I can remember when we first started, there was a R9 and Ronaldinho dual piece.
Yeah.
That looked pretty cool. And
Yeah.
there was was it a Maldini and Nesta as well?
Yeah.
That one looked good, especially with like how like class the old shirts look as well. I'd say them two probably stand out to me.
I think in terms of one piece in particular, anything Messi. Anything that like sort of the big boys really. Obviously, we've done a lot of private signings recently, and I go to the private signing, so I quite like the the idea of doing ones where I've got a photo with them type thing. I think that makes it a bit more memorable. So ones like that are more memorable for me. But in terms of like one piece, maybe the Argentina Messi shirt or the Barcelona one that we've had. He's just the best ever, isn't he? So
the 2 Opus books, I think.
Are and them, yeah. The Pele and Maradona ones, yeah. And the frame that we've got, that's really cool.
Yes.
Honestly, if you could see half the stuff we see on a daily basis.
I don't think people realise how much stuff.
When me and Tom joined, we were like kids in sweet shops, and you do get used to it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you see something coming, you go, oh, that's cool. But then if we'd have seen that when we first joined, we'd have been like, how on earth have we got that?
Yeah.
So it is just, we're very fortunate. Is the right word. We've got next up. Have we got the giveaway? Is it the giveaway?
The giveaway, yes. So
do you want to do the giveaway first, or do you want to do the names first? Let's do the names first from last week. Yeah. Do you want to do it this week? We do it every week. You two do it.
Yeah, we'll do it this week.
Oh wait, we need.
You ready? Second
Caden's
cam.
bringing in the second
no
cam.
tomfoolery.
Oh my goodness.
So last week you were leaving your comments for a Euro 2024 football.
Am I slow-mo? No, I'm not slow-mo.
No, just he's caught it and it's
it was on slow-mo.
So thank you to everyone that commented and good luck. We will announce the next giveaway shortly. Just give it a little bit of a...
What's the prize? Sorry, I missed what the prize was.
Euro 2024 football.
Okay, we've gone for this one. And it is Mr. Simon Penfold of 5SD.
There you go.
Well done, Simon. Congratulations, my friend.
So well done to you for winning a Euro. Have we got it up?
No, it's a big recurring. Yeah, the Euro 2024 ball.
Yeah, I'm sure you're aware of it by now.
The football spieler.
Sure.
I trust you.
After last week's fiasco. Go on then, Bill. What are you feeling like?
What are you made of? Is the question.
Oh my God! My word! Nearly went at the camera.
I was half between the frisbee and then the throw up.
I'm not throwing it to the table.
That was impressive.
It's alright, we need a new lens anyway.
For the giveaway this week, we've got it in the nice package that is soon to be going out to our winners, which is really exciting. It looks really cool, and I'm a huge fan of this. You also get a little welcome to the Winners Club on the inside. But the giveaway for this week's episode is last week I was very lucky enough to go and meet a World Cup winner. 2-time World Cup winner as well, Mr. CAFU. So we are giving away a Brazilian signed CAFU shirt. All you got to do is comment CAFU. That makes sense. So get your comments down below. If you're listening on Spotify, head over to the YouTube channel and comment CAFU for your chance to win this signed Brazilian shirt.
How do you spell it, Tom?
That's a great.
Yeah.
Can you just hold it up for them again?
No. I need you to spell it.
CAFU.
Can't say that to our fans.
No.
Right at the end, we've done so well. Yeah. No one got booked today. Then you've got to ruin it, haven't you? Well done.
Chaos is gone.
He scored in the 90th minute. He took his shirt off. That's what's happened there. The under 12 shirt that he's got on at the moment.
What do you mean? I'm just massive.
Well, that's a nice place to wrap it up, I think.
Yes. Guys. Like, subscribe. Follow
the usual
as always. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We've got a big Euro special next week.
Yes,
and we're going to talk about the different European teams and who can possibly win the Euros.
Player of the tournament, highest goal scorer, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we can somehow win a quiz round.
Before you
go to Germany. Yeah, so this will be the last one before we go to Germany as well. So yeah, see you all next week, guys. It's always a pleasure. Never a chore. When you leave, close the door. Bye bye.
See you next week.